Whenever Chris is done.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and today I'm going to tell you how words have the power to be constructive and destructive. My first story is about a girl named Alexa who was in my graduating high school class. And in middle school, Alexa and I were really close, but once we started high school, we kind of grew apart. And we had classes together all through high school, but we didn't really talk as much as we did in middle school. And junior year in math class, I remember noticing that Alexa had been gone for many days, and so I asked my teacher where she had been, and she said, "You didn't hear, Alexa has a brain tumor." And that hit me hard because, you know, we had been close, and then we drifted apart, and I thought, you know, I could have been there for her, and I wasn't, and we hadn't spoken. So she had surgery, and they thought it was benign, and it ended up being cancerous, the tumor was, and she had 3 extensive surgeries and 8 months of chemotherapy, and they really thought she was not going to make it, but by the grace of God she did, and she lost most of her motor skills and physical skills, so she's going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of her life, and she has a lot of trouble articulating her thoughts, but the way her words were constructed to me actually was a few months ago before I moved here to Liberty. She texted me and she gave me a compliment on something, I don't even remember, but the fact that she went through everything she did and she made it a point to give me a compliment was like so powerful to me. And I thought that, you know, she could have made the world feel bad for her and she could have had self-pity, but she didn't, and she made sure that other people knew that she was going to be okay and she could still uplift them with her words. So that was how words can be constructive. My second story is about my cousin Courtney. The summer before my sophomore year, I was on vacation with my family, and Courtney had just moved schools because she was being bullied at her previous school. And when I was on vacation, we got a phone call saying Courtney had attempted suicide, and she was 14 at the time. She got severely depressed, and Courtney and I were really close. I'm an only child, so she was pretty much my sister, and because we were on vacation, I felt so helpless towards her. And so the way words can be destructive is that, you know, Courtney was bullied and she had to move schools and they had to move houses, but it stuck with her, the words these kids said to her, and it led her to a point where she didn't even want to live anymore. And I think the moral of the story is that you never know how much your words can affect other people. And I think if those kids hadn't been so rude to Courtney, that she wouldn't have become depressed like she did, and she wouldn't have felt the anxiety she did. And I think the events that happened in her life would have been completely different if those kids had made a better choice with their words, maybe how Alexa had with me. And so I think you never know what people are going through, so as long as you are uplifting and encouraging and you can show Christ's love to them, it will make such a difference in their life. And so those are my stories of how words can be constructive and destructive, so thank you.